Welcome and thank you for joining me for this session. What I'd like to do today is give a recap on last year and portend a little bit of what is ahead for us in 2023. Most of all, I want to welcome you to the start of the new academic year in 2023. I also want to thank each and every one of you for the contribution that you make to Macquarie University. As the university nears its 60th anniversary, we are accelerating in our mission of service and engagement, providing transformational learning experiences for our students, advancing research discovery, and developing progressive healthcare to benefit our economy, the environment, and society at large. Like many in the sector, Macquarie University has shown remarkable resilience and re-emergence during the year 2022. Now, as we look ahead, what has emerged is an evolved pedagogy and hybrid models of teaching that will almost certainly be here to stay. We have resumed our activities as a globally engaged university, allowing us to celebrate impressive achievements in 2022 and to begin this year, 2023, with a tremendous sense of anticipation and momentum. A mark of this achievement is our 175th position in the 2023 Times Higher Education World University Rankings, placing Macquarie in the top 10 highest performing universities in Australia. Our ranking this year is the university's highest global result to date, following 6 consecutive years of improvement. I do pause here for a moment and urge us all to be focused on what is really important, that is excellence in all that we do, and not rankings for their own sake. Rankings will come, rankings go up, go down. The important thing is the excellence which drives rankings across every part of the university's endeavour. In particular, the rankings we have achieved noted Macquarie University's strengths in international outlook, buoyed by our rich global networks and partnerships. Our citation result increased by 22 places this year. Industry income was another notable outcome for Macquarie, reflecting our increasingly strong industry connections. Macquarie University's research impact was documented in the Australian Research magazine for this year, with 8 of our academic staff identified as research leaders in their field, and Macquarie named as the top research institution in 11 fields, a remarkable achievement. Macquarie's inclusion among the publication list of top 10 entrepreneurial universities in the country highlights the strength of our innovation and growing enterprise programs. At a discipline level, 3 of our subject areas, classics and ancient history, philosophy, and linguistics, were ranked in the top 50 in the world in the 2022 QS subject rankings, with a further 11 subjects ranked in the top 100. – 2022 saw an important change when we renamed our primary campus at North Ryde to be the Wallamedical campus, in recognition of the traditional custodians of this land, who have nurtured and cared for this part of Sydney since time immemorial. This new campus name reflects Macquarie University's deep and abiding commitment to reconciliation and our ties with First Nations peoples. I have been delighted to witness the reactivation of our campus during this past year. It has once again become a busy, bustling and engaging place where student collaboration thrives and our students can genuinely experience what it really means to be a university student in Australia in this year. As I travel the world again on behalf of the university, I cannot underscore how remarkable this campus is. The parkland nature of our campus and the architecture of Macquarie are really outstanding when we contemplate other universities around the world. The results of our investment in state-of-the-art learning facilities continues to emerge. The new Arts Precinct, number 1 Central Courtyard, the student accommodation facilities and the clinical education building, the Ainsworth building, have measurably improved campus life and reinvigorated our place as an asset for the whole community, not just those studying and working here. 2023 will see the university's new Michael Kirby building, the home of Macquarie University Law School, progressing at pace. And work is nearing completion on a number of other developments. One of these is Next Sense, formerly the Royal Institute of Deaf and Blind Children, their state-of-the-art facility on our campus for children with hearing and vision loss. We are also seeing work on Sydney FC's Centre of Excellence over in our sports fields. All these add to the richness of our campus. The digital life of the university is also very much the subject of our attention at the moment. The digital transformation program of work is well out of the starting blocks and will continue on for several years. This will transform the digital nature of this campus and enable us to have a seamless, flexible and hybrid set of services for our students and staff. Last year, the university significantly upgraded our student management system, eStudent, to provide a more modern, integrated and streamlined interface. Additionally, our iLearn Insights platform was recognised for its excellence with the 2022 Cordit Award for Innovation in Teaching and Learning. This award celebrates digital innovations which have had a transformative effect on teaching and learning activities across the university sector in Australia. I congratulate everyone involved in that program and look forward to continuing to see it evolve. In 2023, we will continue to introduce contemporary technology and training to embed new ways of working, grow digital literacy, and enhance capability in digital learning, digitally enabled research, and healthcare. This program of work will also enable improved analysis to support student success and enhance student evaluation and feedback. The tertiary education policy environment will also be a focus for 2023. As a university, we look forward to participating in the important work of the Australian Universities Accord. This represents, I believe, an opportunity for substantial positive reform for our sector and, importantly, for the Australian economy more broadly. I anticipate that the excellent work being done by the panel assembled nationally for this will come out with a very good result. Significant discussions will also be occurring within our university during the coming months about our guiding strategy, Our University, A Framing of Futures. This will articulate our strongly defined purpose and set of values. This forms the backbone of our culture of service and engagement. It is timely to review Framing of Futures. This document, developed almost 10 years ago, has stood the test of time. But so much has changed in the world around us that we need to respond to. I do not anticipate a complete re-derivation of this strategic framework, but certainly it is timely that we review this, and we will engage the university community widely in this during this year. Within our community, the university welcomed Professor Rawdon Wilkinson as our Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic during 2022. And Professor Mariella Herbstein became the Dean of Students. Under their leadership, the university is firmly focused on delivering the best possible student experience at Macquarie. Through the new Kickstart initiative, our commencing students will be supported through the establishment phase of their time as a university student. As we see more and more students return to campus and the essential social life that comes with this, the team are working to ensure that there is a holistic attitude and approach to support that we provide for our students, support that will set them up for success. We are very focused on putting students first and the success of each and every student. I thank my colleagues across the university for their thoughtful approach to working with underrepresented student groups. Our goal now is to redesign all teaching so that it supports universal access at Macquarie. I welcome the federal government's allocation of additional Commonwealth-supported places for Australians from underrepresented groups to study in critical skill areas at Macquarie. We have been allocated funding for an additional 238 places in 2024 and 250 places in 2025. These will be made available across the 6 years of the scheme. During the past 7 years, the number of Indigenous students enrolled at Macquarie has increased by 67%, resulting in an increasing share of overall student population. The university's approach to supporting Indigenous student success continues to gain momentum, and I commend the work of Pro-Vice-Chancellor Indigenous Strategy, Dr. Leanne Holt, and her colleagues in Wallangamaroo. Planning is underway to embed Mudang Dali Indigenous Curriculum Framework across the university. This year will also see the rollout of workshops with specialist Indigenous academics to present their research on Indigenous knowledges. An Indigenous Learning and Teaching Symposium will showcase the outcomes of the current learning and teaching grants. I'm thrilled that we are able to welcome back a vibrant and diverse cohort of international students to Macquarie University. This is wonderful to see, so many students appearing from many countries around the world. We have been active internationally in the last 12 months. A number of new relationships with universities across the globe have been signed or are in draft stages of preparation. This portends very well for an exciting, new and reinvigorated future of that international dimension of our life. Organisations and economies throughout the world are facing many skills gaps. In Australia, businesses face a tight labour market, with those shortages likely to increase in prevalence. It is becoming increasingly important that we seek industry contributions to the development of our curriculum. Bringing stakeholders together, as we have, has resulted in credentials from Macquarie that have much stronger perspectives about industry needs and how these can be best met. It includes a vigorous approach to developing micro-credentials that stack together and are formally recognised. We are focused on building better links with the revitalised vocational education and training sector. Evidence of this is our participation in the newly launched Institute for Applied Technology at Meadowbank. This we are doing in partnership with TAFE New South Wales, Microsoft as an important corporate partner, and with UTS. One of 2 new institutes proposed by David Gonski and Peter Shergold, the Institute represents a new model for strong connections between vocational education and training and the higher education system. This institute will focus on building information technology capabilities in and for New South Wales, including digital skills, artificial intelligence skills, cloud computing, and cybersecurity. At Macquarie, we have an ongoing commitment to conducting high-quality, cross-disciplinary and applied research that aligns with national and global challenges. This commitment, combined with the focused research investment initiatives of our operating plan and the Research Strategy 2025, continues to generate a very positive trajectory for Macquarie University's research revenue, activity and output. While the final audited figures for the 2022 Herd C research income will not be available until later in the year, based upon the preliminary results, I am delighted to report that 2022 was the 6th consecutive year in which we have achieved a year-on-year increase in our research income. In recent years, our researchers have been working hard to diversify their funding sources, and this has been achieved. My congratulations to all. Thanks to the adaptation and innovation of our researchers, we have moved from Category 2 to 4 funding, making up 42% of our research income in 2016, to now making up 55% of our research income in 2022. This has not come, however, at the expense of our Category 1 Australian competitive grant income, which in the same time period has increased from $37 million per annum to $44 million. Looking forward, we are placing increasing emphasis on building multidisciplinary research with a particular focus on corporate and industry as research partners and funders. This year, through the Macquarie University Research Centre scheme, we will establish high-performing research collectives. These will recognise, nurture and accelerate research and research training excellence at scale. Our new Consilience Centres will build on the distinctive multidisciplinary research expertise so characteristic of this university. These will bring together approaches from different academic disciplines, especially across the sciences and humanities. During 2022, I was pleased to join distinguished guests for the official launch of the ARC Centre of Excellence in Synthetic Biology, led by Macquarie University. This centre is engineering new microbes to convert biomass from agriculture or waste to biofuels, and many other high-value chemicals and products. In an example of our research collaboration with industry, the Australian industrial biotechnology leader, Microbiogen, officially opened its state-of-the-art laboratories in Macquarie Park. Spun out from Macquarie University, Microbiogen will produce world-leading microorganisms that are essential to industries worth more than $2 trillion per annum, including biofuels, alternative proteins, space exploration, sustainable human foods, and animal feed. 2022 also saw the launch of Celosia Therapeutics, commercializing the gene therapy work and other research of two world-leading research teams from Macquarie Medical School. This has been supported by seed funding from the university. Celosia will be dedicated to delivering gene therapies and other therapies for devastating neurodegenerative conditions such as motor neuron disease, and we hope that this will happen for patients within the next decade. Reflecting the innovative and entrepreneurial expertise of our researchers, Macquarie University currently holds equity in 5 companies that have been established based upon Macquarie research, and there are a further 8 spin-out companies in the pipeline that are expected to be established during 2023. The strategic direction taken by Macquarie in 2006 to invest in Australia's only private hospital, operated on a university campus, is developing to maturity. The university hospital met its profitability target in 2022. Through this enterprise, we continue to make a significant contribution to medical research and education, and importantly to the delivery of contemporary patient care for many citizens of Sydney, New South Wales, across Australia and from other countries. 2022 saw the completion of a new state-of-the-art endoscopy and day surgery unit at the hospital, and through our partnership with Medibank International and a group of committed orthopaedic surgeons, we will be establishing a new orthopaedic surgical centre at the hospital. This will be the single largest external funding investment in our hospital since its opening, and will be a remarkable achievement. I also note that we have had a record number of clinical trials at Macquarie University, continuing the delivery of groundbreaking clinical research at the university hospital and clinics. Across our 4 academic faculties, there have been many recent highlights. I only have time to mention a few here for each faculty. We were delighted to appoint Professor Chris Dixon as the Executive Dean for the Faculty of Arts in November. This followed the retirement of Professor Martina Mollering, who gave more than 30 years of exemplary service to the university. Through the faculty's newly launched strategic plan, it is building on the success of its award-winning redesigned Bachelor of Arts program and the newly opened Arts Precinct. Its innovative approach provides a demonstration of our values of service and engagement in action. In 2022, the faculty launched the Wallamatta Legal, a first-of-its-kind partnership between Macquarie Law School and the global law firm DLA Piper. This not-for-profit firm provides low-fee legal services for the missing middle, who are not eligible for legal aid, but cannot readily afford the fees charged by most commercial law firms. Wallamata Legal provides Macquarie students with work experience in legal services right here on campus. In the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences, our new affiliation with the Woolcock Institute will see the Institute relocating to our campus in 2024. Through our collaboration with this globally leading research institute, our collective work in sleep and respiratory research and clinical practice will reap benefits for the community at large and build on knowledge and globally significant research conducted by the Institute. It has been very pleasing to see the return of international clinical experiences for our medical students during 2022, and last year saw us celebrate the awarding of an ARC Laureate Fellowship to distinguished Professor Anne Castles, who addresses the declining literacy rates among Australian secondary school students. Congratulations to Professor Castles. This year we look forward to launching a new Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science program to complement the 9 postgraduate health courses that already offer clinical placements within MQ Health, the hospital and the clinics. This is a milestone for the vision of an academic health sciences centre and teaching hospital. Late last year, the university welcomed Professor Lucy Marshall as the new Executive Dean for the Faculty of Science and Engineering. At that time, we bid a very fond farewell to retiring Professor Leslie Hughes, who provided interim leadership of the faculty during 2022. Professor Hughes leaves a remarkable legacy, not only to climate science and advocacy, but to research leadership across the university. We thank her. Among the many notable achievements in the Faculty of Science and Engineering in 2022 was the awarding to distinguished Professor Michelle Leishman of the New South Wales Premier's Prize for Science and Engineering. This was awarded for her excellence in biological sciences. ARC DECRA Fellow Dr. Amy Kane was a recipient of a Young Tall Poppy Award for her work in the field of antibiotic resistance. The enviable international reputation of the Macquarie Business School continues to be evidenced in rankings, with its Master of Finance and Master of Marketing degrees named the best in Australia in the 2022 QS World Course Rankings. 5 postgraduate business courses, including the MBA, were ranked in the top 100 worldwide. The school's growing research impact was demonstrated with a 30% growth in top-tier academic journal publications in 2022, including 23 Financial Times FT50 ranked journal articles published. Macquarie University now has more than 215,000 alumni, about 2/3 of whom are in Australia and the remainder spread around the globe. In the past few years, we have increased our global networks, engagement activities and outreach to further develop and deepen relationships with our valued alumni. Following the easing of border restrictions, I have been most pleased to be able to join with colleagues in resuming our international visits to global alumni and partners, and I look forward to continuing to do this during 2023. Similarly, in advancement, we continue to receive strong recognition. We are making very fast progress towards achieving our $200 million capital campaign in philanthropic contributions. This helps the teaching and research mission of the university, and I am immensely grateful to all of our donors for their generous and impactful support for the work that we conduct. I think you'll agree that the past year has demonstrated very significant evidence of our commitment to service and engagement as we have re-emerged after the COVID epidemic. We are a university prepared and well-positioned, I believe, for these times. I look forward to the year ahead. As I said at the outset, with a sense of great anticipation. That anticipation is for our continued contribution to the transformative power of education and advances in research that occur at this university. I thank you all and wish you well for the year ahead.